Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be continuing the series on what if Naruto was in the My Hero Academia universe. This is part 8, so if you haven't seen the other parts, go check those out. They're in the description below. Also, my friend and I have created a new channel where we kind of just talk to each other about basketball and just other cool things that we find interesting, so if you like any of that, you can check that out in the description below as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's start part 8. After the events of the camp, everyone is a little shook up. Naruto here, however, is angry, as not only was he not allowed to participate in the events that took place, but also feels responsible for the conditions that everyone is in. Naruto continues to contemplate to himself about how if he was there, Bakugo would never have been captured and everyone would be feeling a lot better. When Kirishima says that he's going after Bakugo, Naruto and Shoto team up with him. Tenya yells at the three, but it doesn't fade them. Then at night, Naruto, Kirishima, Shoto, Yaoyorozu, Deku, and Tenya go off and track the Nomu. When the six get into the city, they all get into disguises and begin the hunt for Bakugo. When the team gets to the warehouse, they find all about the Nomus. During this time, All Might smashes in and all the villains are apprehended. At the same time, the other half of the heroes stop the Nomu. However, suddenly the streets are filled with Nomu, and Bakugo is taken away. It becomes abundantly clear that All for One was behind this, and the team sent to stop the Nomu is taken out. The six seeing this are in complete shock. All for One, seeing Shigaraki, tells him that while he got half the pieces in which All for One asked for, he can try and try again. Then, All Might comes crashing in, and the two have an intense clash. Deku then comes up with a plan in which they don't harm anyone. It's the same as in canon, just Naruto escapes with Yaoyorozu and Shoto. Once they get to the station, the seven, watch the fight between All Might and All for One. Sadly, All for One is taking the fight on All Might. Naruto becomes furious at this, and an orange bubbly liquid starts coming out of him. Deku and Tenya try to stop him, but it's too late. Naruto puts on the jets and runs furiously towards him. Just as All for One is about to land the final blow, Naruto rushes in and punches All for One, sending him flying into a building. All for One, getting up from this, charges at Naruto. The two clash, but it's more one-sided, as All for One uses the quirk he acquired to push Naruto back. Kurama, seeing Naruto continuing to get pushed back, speaks to Naruto and tells him that he can use some of his strength. However, it will be a short amount of time due to it being their first time. Naruto agreeing, the two link chakras and Naruto Bijou form takes place. Now Naruto is dominating All for One with his heightened strength. As everyone watches, they only see a bright orange flash come across the screen. Kurama telling Naruto that time's almost up. Naruto makes a giant Rasengan and launches it at All for One. It hits, and Naruto is able to beat and apprehend All for One. The city roars as Naruto has just beaten All for One. However, All for One, not totally defeated, has one more trick up his sleeve. He begins telling Naruto about his origins and explaining how he's not from here. This startles Naruto, and lowering his guard, he turns off Bijou form. All for One, seeing this, hits Naruto with everything he has, launching the kid into several buildings, putting Naruto out of commission. This angers All Might. He uses all his power and puts it into one final punch, and with All for One already basically finished, All Might seals the deal and punches him into a couple buildings. All Might then turns out of his kind of like big form, and he becomes skinny and everyone sees him again like in canon. The city screams, and while All Might points and says, "It's your turn," Naruto is brought to the hospital and, due to him breaking the law, arrested. Now, if Naruto didn't have his healing factor, then with Naruto's injuries he would have been out for about 2 months and probably never walking again. But since he's got Kurama backing him up, Naruto wakes up 3 days later, noticing that he has been handcuffed. All Might, noticing that he's woken up, rushes to his side. Then the chief of police comes in and explains to Naruto the dilemma they are in. The chief of police reminisces on 3 other students whom had disobeyed the law in order to save lives. Naruto, knowing he is in a pickle, uses some talk no jutsu to get him out of the situation. The chief, one of the few knowing his past, accepts his apology and unhandcuffs Naruto. The chief then leaves, and it's just All Might and Naruto. Just as All Might is going to bring up the new dorm system, Naruto asks if he truly isn't from here. All Might, using his observational skills, can tell that this has been weighing on him, so All Might tells Naruto the truth. He's distraught at first, but thanks All Might for caring about him like a father would. The two hug, and the next day Naruto is let out of the hospital and is met by Deku. The two walk back to their neighborhood, with Deku asking thousands of questions about Naruto's new power. Naruto doesn't really have any answers for him, but knows that he wants to train with his new form. The next day, Class 1A is brought to their new residence. After being lectured about trust by Mr. Aizawa, the class has a contest to see whose room is best. When it comes to Naruto's room, it's pretty much the same as it would be normally. I have said that Naruto's battle sense is like Minato's. However, when it comes to the basic things like cleanliness and homework, well, it's pretty Naruto not for them to be done. The only major thing his classmates bring up is the amount of ramen Naruto is storing. The day ends and Class 1A gets ready to train for their hero licensing exam. And that is going to wrap up part 8 of What If Naruto Was in the My Hero Academia universe. Thank you guys for watching and the support that you've shown to the channel and the series. I'm going to continue putting these out every week, so stay tuned for that. Like I've mentioned earlier and in previous episodes, me and my friend have created a new channel that we're taking pretty seriously, so if you want to go check that out and show some support there, that'd be amazing. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time with part 9. Take care and peace.